Hi there, you're looking at my favorite bottle opener. The famous Austrian military field knife, the Glock FM 78. Well, but let's give this some serious considerations. Why is it famous? Well, because of its manufacturer, the gun maker Glock, but also because it's been in the service for more than 30 years as a military knife, and thirdly because the civilian version, which you see here, is very inexpensive. It comes for something between 30 and 40 euros, and I can't think of any other serious military knife, and that's what this is, for this kind of price. So at this price point you're not likely to find a knife as good as this one. Some people love it, probably for the reasons I've already mentioned. Others hate it, probably because of its blade geometry. Right, it's not the best possible outdoor knife because of its bayonet style blade geometry. Second problem, it comes, well, let's just say not very sharp from the factory, and the bevel is not ideal for most outdoor uses. Well, the blade geometry is what it is. The edge can be improved. I've seen a lot of videos of people putting a new edge, a flatter edge on this knife. I've seen this go through water bottles and stuff like that, and cut really well. So that can be improved. Beyond that, it's a simple and sturdy, no-nonsense knife. It's a heavy-duty soldier's one-blade option for the field. Everything a soldier is likely to need. It was designed to be suitable, well, obviously for thrusting and stabbing. It works as a bayonet on the Austrian Army's assault rifle, the Steyr rifle. That's the secondary use of this cross guard. The primary use, of course, is to open beer bottles, as I've pointed out. That's my favorite use for this knife, by the way. But I'm not making fun of it. It is a really good knife. I like it precisely because it is so simple and sturdy. I've seen it used for batoning. Wood splitting, it actually excels at this, probably because of the blade geometry when it comes to the angle of the blade here. Also, it's reasonably thick and has a flat back, so it's good for this sort of stuff and any other kind of heavy duty thing. It's a mini crowbar. It can be used for levering, prying. You can dig with this knife if you have to. So it's a very functional knife. It's tough carbon steel, phosphate treated spring steel. Quite soft, 55 on the Rockwell scale, so it doesn't hold an edge well, as people have pointed out. But on the other hand, it should be quite easy to sharpen it. It's made in Austria, and again, it costs 30 or 40 euros. Also high quality, very high quality, the material of the handle. It's Glock polymer, the same stuff to use for their pistols. It's not a full tang, but still very solid and reliable. It's probably won't break. It might bend, but it shouldn't break. It's well balanced. It can be used for lots of different tasks. The special forces, the Austrian special forces, also wanted a knife that can be thrown. They wanted something that opens windows and stuff like that. It's about 16.5 centimeters long, the blade, that is. So 165 millimeters, that's about 6.5 inches. And the overall length is 290 millimeters. That's 11 inches or so overall length. It's just about over 200 grams. The weight, so that's about 7.3 ounces. As a military knife, it comes with a cross guard. Once again, it opens beer bottles, never forget that. Is it worth 30 or 40 euros? Absolutely. I'd argue the materials alone are worth 30 or 40 euros. In fact, the sheath alone. If you buy a special sheath for a modern knife these days, they probably come around that kind of price, you know. They might easily cost 30 bucks. Well, this knife comes with one of the best sheaths I've ever seen. It can be easily fixed to any belt. It's extremely practical to use. It can be worn upside down. You get it out of the sheath very easily and quickly, however you wear it. So this is one of the best designs, industrial designs I can think of. Good materials, good quality, but low production costs for a mass-produced military knife. So, it comes with its limitations. It's not the best possible choice for more delicate cutting, carving, whittling jobs. You obviously want a different knife for that, probably a smaller knife, maybe a Scandi grind. It's not ideal for hacking and slashing either. The blade geometry certainly comes with limitations. It's not very good for urban use. Well, obviously it can't be concealed all that well. And it's not very good for showing off, you know, because there's nothing fancy about this. But if you're fine with these limitations, then, well, you get a really decent, sturdy military all-rounder for a very fair price. So, definitely a knife to consider. It also occupies a very interesting position, I think, on the weapon-knife continuum. I can't actually make up my mind whether I consider this more of a tool or a weapon. It was obviously designed with both in mind, because soldiers, particularly the special forces, need both. They need a weapon, but they also need a tool. And I think this design, with its soft yet tough steel, its drop point blade, its bayonet blade geometry, the cross guard, the polymer handle. I just think that's been a very, very good and successful design as a military all-rounder. As an outdoor knife, as I said, it comes with clear limitations. There are better tools for all kind of tasks that have to do with doing nasty things to wood, I'm sure. But if you want something bigger than a small Scandi grind, yet something smaller than one of those huge outdoor beasts, then this might be a good compromise. Especially considering the extremely practical sheath with its various carrying options. And yeah, once again, the price, people, 30 or 40 bucks. How wrong can you go? Well, and to be honest, I usually keep this at home and have fun, stay safe.